May Bell Wright Dimler began teaching in 1899 at 17 in Blakesley in Edgerton, Ohio. She then taught in Bryan for 38 years. Even though teachers were required to retire at the age of 70, the community would not allow this due to her passion for education and students. May and her husband were the parents of 2 sons, with one of them, Clark Lee Dimler, becoming an educator also. Clark taught in the Toledo, Ohio area for 44 years. Clark's wife, Dema Leon Fleitner, also taught kindergarten in the Farmer and Maumee school systems. All 3 Dimlers, May, Clark, and Dema, contributed more than 99 years of teaching to students. They valued education, and this scholarship helps recipients further their career goals.
Born in Bryan in 1951, Dana J. Bennett was a 1969 Bryan High School graduate who participated in band, a cappella, senior girls ensemble, GAA, and Y-Teens. She attended Tennessee Temple University, Northwest State Community College, and Defiance College before marrying Kurt Bennett of Bryan in 1971. Together they were the proud parents of their daughter Lindsay. For 28 years, Dana worked in various banking positions for Citizens National Bank, which became National City Bank. She was also active in the YWCA Finance Committee, United Way of Williams County, Business Professional Women's Club, Business Networking International, and the first Williams County woman to be a member of the Lions Club. Dana also held various officer positions with Junior Achievement and served as the first female president of the Bryan Chamber of Commerce in 1994 and honored with the Chamber's Athena Award for her advancement of women in the business world and community. Dana died in 1999, and this scholarship is given to a Bryan High School student, preferably attending a Christian college, studying business, education, or music.
Clarice Holbert Mose was born in 1933 in Defiance County, Ohio, and was a graduate of Farmer High School and Defiance College. During school, she sang with her college choir and worked as a counselor at Camp Palmer. In 1959, she married Dr. John E. Moats and started teaching elementary students in Sylvania, Tiffin, Defiance, and Cincinnati, Ohio. She also taught at Whitewater Indian Reservation, Arizona, where her passion for conservation and protection of the earth and wildlife started. In 1964, the family moved to Bryan, where she was involved with Wesley United Methodist Church and its music, choir, and Sunday school programs. Clarice was a member of the Fortnightly Club, Friends of the Library, Historical Society, and sat on the board of Community Concerts, Music Boosters, Bryan Swim Team, Church Women United, YWCA, United Way, and Toledo Symphony. She died in 1997, but her proudest accomplishment was her 3 children, Timothy, Stephen, and Julia, and her role as a teacher. For this reason, this scholarship is awarded annually to both a Bryan and Fairview High School student pursuing education at Defiance College.
Ralph and Eloise Rigg established the Rigg Family Scholarship to honor their son Richard Allen Rigg, Bryan High School class of 1971. While at school, Richard was student council president, sports editor of High Life, varsity basketball letterman, and in the top 10% of his class. Outside of school, he was active in 4-H and church. Richard earned his agricultural degree from The Ohio State University in 1974, where his sisters, Barbara and Betty, also graduated. He used his education while working with his father Ralph on their Leatherbrook Holstein farm until 1985. Richard died in 2010 after a long battle with brain cancer. With such strong ties to Bryan and The Ohio State University, the family offers the Rigg Family Scholarship to a Bryan High School student attending Ohio State.
Born in 1908 in Paulding County, Grace Bernetta Carr graduated from Antwerp High School and attended Michigan State University, majoring in home economics. In 1932, she married Leonard Carr, and together they lived in Antwerp until moving to Bryan in 1940. While raising her son and daughter, Grace catered several gala functions for Bryan residents, gaining a reputation as an exceptional gourmet cook. In 1952, she became the first Bryan City Schools cafeteria director, and her lunch program gained state recognition. She promoted school lunches through the American School Food Service Association and received national recognition as president of the Cardinal Chapter of the Ohio School Food Service Association. She also started the High School Youth Power Club. Outside of work, Grace was a 50-year member of Wesley United Methodist Church, taught Sunday school, and participated in Tain, Bayview Study, and arts clubs, and hospital auxiliary. After 23 years as the cafeteria director, Grace retired in 1975. She died in 1991, and this scholarship is presented to a graduating Bryan High School student pursuing a career in nutrition, Christian education, or healthcare.
Andrew Milton Herman, better known as Andy or the Gerb, was born in Bryan, Ohio in 1969 to Tom and Susan, and was the baby brother to Craig, Bruce, Stephen, and Timothy. Naturally, after attending all of his older brother's sporting activities, Andy became an outstanding Bryan High School golfer and the most valuable player in all 4 years of school. In 1987, he was named Northwest District Class AA Player of the Year and led the team to a third-place finish at the AA State Tournament. Andy also lettered in tennis at Bryan High School. In 1990, Andy tragically lost his life in an auto accident after completing his sophomore year at Miami University. Known for his love, care, and compassion for his family, friends, and Sigma Nu brothers, Andy is still greatly missed by them all. His scholarship is awarded to a Bryan High School student that exemplifies his enthusiasm for life and that will continue to help others through their actions.
George Lawrence Hineman Sr. was born in 1901 in the Bryan, Ohio area and played football at Bryan High School before graduating in 1921. He then served in the Army Air Corps before being the first in his family to attend college. Arriving at the University of Michigan with only a trunk and $5, George was told to return home to farming because he stuttered. Refusing to let this deter him, George graduated with a degree in aeronautical engineering. He designed hydraulic systems for World War II bomber landing gear, and in 1956 participated in top-secret consulting at Cape Canaveral. He was also involved internationally with hot air ballooning. George married Dorothy Fensel, and they were the proud parents of 5 children. After George's death in 1970, his son Peter and wife Sally established the scholarship to be given to a graduating Bryan High School student with intentions in studying engineering at the University of Michigan.
David Joseph Betts was born December 10, 1986, with an unending passion for life and energy to burn. Much of this energy was channeled into participating in sports and music, passions he continued at Bluffton University, where he played baseball and trombone and taught himself guitar. The majority of that energy was channeled into being a caring, goofy, lovable, and loving friend, brother, and son. He was a good student and inducted into the National Honor Society, competitive athlete in cross country, basketball, and baseball, and talented musician with the jazz and symphonic band and orchestra. But more importantly, an outstanding human being with an endearing smile, engaging personality, and empathetic manner that put people at ease. He died March 2, 2007, but while he was here, he really lived, loved God, family, and friends. This scholarship is awarded to a student who exemplifies David's love of life, athletics, and music.
The MacDonald-Connin-Ruff Scholarship was established in memory of Bessie Connin-Ruff MacDonald's family in 1976. Bessie, whose grandfather founded the Bryan City Band, was born in Bryan to Layman and Nellie Connin. Layman owned and operated a coal business, while Bessie's sister Corda worked for the sheriff, and brother Ray owned a moving business in the 1920s, until selling it to open a furniture company. Ray and his family also developed the Connin Home Acres subdivision. Bessie married livestock dealer George Ruff, who unfortunately died in 1916, and she then married Lachlan MacDonald, who made Ford automobile timers before joining the Ohio Art Company and becoming their president for 23 years. He was a director of the Citizens National Bank, president of the Toy Manufacturers Association, an active Mason, and supporter of the Bryan Public Library. His greatest gift was to the Bryan City Schools for the construction of an ice skating rink, known today as the MacDonald-Ruff Ice Rink. Bessie died in 1975, and this scholarship goes to a graduating Bryan High School student seeking higher education.
Joyce Holbrook Reeder was a longtime resident of Bryan and an alum of the Bryan High School class of 1972. Originally from Lima and Zanesville, Ohio, Joyce relocated to Bryan with her 5 siblings when her father, Reverend W.J. Holbrook, accepted a pastoral position. Joyce loved music and began singing and playing the piano when she was 13. And while in school, she was active in a cappella, girls' ensemble, and musical theater. Later in life, Joyce performed with the Bryan Madrigal Chorale and was also active with the Church Women United, National Day of Prayer Committee, Bryan Area Ministerial Association, while teaching at the Fountain City Christian School. In 2007, Joyce and her husband Steve relocated to St. Paris, Ohio, where they lived until she passed away in 2015 from kidney disease. The Joyce Reader Memorial Scholarship is awarded to a student involved in one of Joyce's passions: ministry, music, and community involvement.
In 1931, Marilyn June Palmer was born in South Dakota and married Vernon Lee French in 1948 after he returned from World War II. They were the proud parents of 3 children, Curtis, Craig, and Sheri, and they all moved to Bryan in 1959 when Vernon took a job with the Ohio Art Company and Marilyn worked for the Bryan City Schools. She was a great cook and while working for the schools became known as the Spaghetti Lady because of her secret sauce recipe that she made for the community spaghetti suppers. Marilyn enjoyed golf, bridge, coffee with the girls, and being a member of the Lions Club. She and Vernon stayed active in their Sunday school class at New Hope Community Church until they both retired to Arizona. Marilyn died in 2020, and the family established this scholarship in her honor to help with students studying food science, dietetics, and nutrition.
Mose Isaac was born in Bryan in 1909 and graduated from Bryan High School in 1928, spending his life in the scrap and real estate business known as the Isaac Corporation. Yvonne McCool was born in Syria in 1914 and came to the United States at 12 years of age, graduating high school in 1933. Due to her mother's untimely death, Yvonne declined a full scholarship to college to become a beautician before joining the World War II effort as a member of the Army Intelligence. She and Mose married in 1946 and became the proud parents of Renee and Richard. Both were 50-year members of the Wesley United Methodist Church and helped establish the Bryan American Field Service, a student exchange program. Yvonne supported Mose as chair of the United Fund, president of the Bryan Rotary Club, and as he helped the Williams County Economic Corporation expand industries and increase jobs, and raise funds for the Mose Isaac Athletic Fieldhouse. Mose passed away in 2003 and Yvonne in 2006, and their scholarship goes to a Bryan High School student who participated in a high school sport and wants to attend a 4-year college.
Maurice C. Shankster was born in 1917 and graduated from Bryan High School in 1936, where he served as treasurer of the Future Farmers of America. After high school, Maurice spent his entire life farming. He was also a transportation supervisor and bus driver for more than 30 years at the Bryan City Schools and served as a school board member and clerk for the Pulaski Jefferson School District. Maurice married June Page in 1939 at the Pulaski United Methodist Church and were the proud parents of 2 daughters, Vandale and Carolyn, and 1 son, Garvin. Maurice enjoyed his family, work, and life and will be remembered for giving hay rides and hosting hot dog roasts for school and church groups. Maurice passed away in 1981, and this scholarship is awarded to a Bryan High School graduating senior pursuing an education in a technical school, college, or university.
Sandra Sandy Kelly Carrico was born in Indiana in 1966 to Dr. Norman and Lois Carrico and was welcomed home by her older sister Pamela. Sandy was extremely active while at Bryan High School by leading her senior class as vice president, participating in Mask and Sandal Thespian Society, competing on the tennis, softball, and volleyball teams, cheerleading, and writing for the school newspaper High Life. Sandy also graduated from the Toledo Barbizon School of Modeling. Unfortunately, Sandy was involved in a car accident in 1984, ending everyone's dreams of seeing her flourish into adulthood. This scholarship, named after her, is awarded to a graduating Bryan High School student entering college to study communications, speech, or theater. And it is the wish of Sandy's family to see the recipient find their dreams, make them theirs, cherish them, and never let them go throughout their entire life.
This scholarship is named after Michael and Susan Huffman's 2 children, Sheri Lynn and Stephen. Sheri, born in 1969, was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis at the age of 16, when she also lost her eyesight. This difficulty did not discourage the spunky and determined young lady from graduating from Bryan High School in 1988. She then pursued her college degree at The Ohio State University and graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Special Education and a certification in learning disabilities. In 1995, Sheri earned her Master of Arts degree in counseling, also from OSU, and started her career in Columbus working for the University Office of Disabilities. Unfortunately, at the age of 37, Sheri lost her battle with the disease.
Stephen, born in 1979, was active in the Boy Scouts of America and a member of the Order of the Arrow. After graduating from Bryan High School, he was employed as a truck driver for several different carriers. An avid hunter, fisher, and Ohio State Buckeye fan, Stephen passed away in 2023. This scholarship is to be awarded to a student showing financial need that would like to pursue a career helping special needs children or adults, or attending a trade or technical school. Ryan Bommer was born in Bryan, Ohio in 1979 to Dr. John and Joan Bommer and was the younger brother of Amy and Brandon. A 1997 graduate of Bryan High School, Ryan was a member of the golf team, which finished second in the state tournament 2 years in a row. Upon his graduation, Ryan received numerous academic and athletic honors, including the Jack Green Memorial Golf Award. While attending Ohio University's School of Business in 1997, Ryan died suddenly of a rare heart condition. He will be remembered for his contagious smile, kind eyes, and magnetic personality that he used to live life to the fullest and to make each day count. Ryan's Memorial Scholarship, established in 1998, will be awarded to a Bryan High School student with scholastic achievement that is hardworking and has participated in a high school sport for 2 to 3 years.
Born in 1931, Harry J. Rigdon graduated from Middletown High School in 1949, then worked for a heating and cooling company until enlisting in the U.S. Air Force. After serving 4 years in the military, Harry enrolled at Miami University, Ohio, where he met and married his wife, Bonnie. Upon graduating with a business degree, Harry attended the University of Cincinnati College of Law for 1 year, then moved to Bryan to work as a communications consultant for the General Telephone Company for 3 years, before moving to Toledo to attend Knight Law School while working as a real estate appraiser. Harry earned his Juris Doctorate law degree in 1966 and joined the Bryan law firm of Weaver, and Rigdon, and also served as a city attorney and assistant prosecuting attorney. In 1979, he was elected judge of Williams County Court of Common Pleas, Probate, and Juvenile Divisions. Harry retired in 1997 but stayed active in his church, traveling, hobbies, and friends. Harry died in 2008, and his scholarships are awarded to graduating Bryan High School students who want to attend Miami University of Ohio or Northwest State Community College.
Allison Allie Lee Held was born in 1985 to Lauren and Cindy and welcomed home by brothers Jason and Tyson Hoke. A member of St. Patrick Catholic Church and school, Allie graduated from Bryan High School in 2004, where she had been active in volleyball, softball, basketball, and cross country. She also participated in 4-H, school dances, the Bryan Summer Recreation Girls Softball League, and cherished hanging out with her best friend, Brooke Rathbun-Inselman. In 2007, Allie married the love of her life, Jeremy Herman, and together they were the proud parents of Kaysen, Amelia, and Cole. Allie continued her love of running while being a stay-at-home mom and daycare provider, with aspirations to be a teacher's aide, until she unexpectedly passed away in March 2021 due to a brain aneurysm. Sadly, she was only 35 years old, but because of her selflessness, she saved others by being an organ and tissue donor. This scholarship, in Allie's memory, is presented to a student who shares an interest in early childhood education, therapy, nutrition, or business, and exemplifies Allie's love of family, athletics, church, and extracurricular activities.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Brenda Hugg was born in 1981 in North Carolina to Diane Marie and Ned Devon Hugg. A 2000 graduate of Bryan High School, she was a member of the school orchestra, National Honor Society, VFW High Steppers, and a mat maid for the Bryan wrestling team. Outside school, she volunteered with EMS and attended First Brethren Church. She also worked at Dairy Queen for 3 years. While a freshman at Eastern Michigan University, she pledged Alpha Zeta Delta sorority. Tragically, in October of 2000, while attending college, Brenda died due to a hit-and-run accident. A candlelight vigil was held for her on campus with approximately 500 students, faculty, and administrators paying their respects. This scholarship is given to a business student attending Eastern Michigan University.